Hello, bro.
Hey, how you doing, Ninja?
I'm alright. So, are you excited Algeria getting to the final and getting a ticket to the Olympics?
Very excited. It's the first time it happened in 35 years,
Yeah.
as has been said on Twitter. So it's I've never seen Algeria compete in the Olympics, so it's something that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Nigeria, on the other hand, you guys have a big pedigree at the Olympics, don't you?
Yeah. Actually, I've seen Nigeria maybe twice. The last time was at 2008.
Right.
Argentina beat us in the final. Of course, Mercy and Di Maria were there. So
Lavezzi, I think, was there.
yeah, exactly. Lavezzi too, and a couple of other guys. So, of course, the '96 Olympics was huge in Nigeria. That was the first
Right.
time, an African team won it, and it was just crazy. Like everybody was up in the streets, like we won the World Cup. So yeah, the Olympics is big stuff back home in Nigeria. I'm sure the guys in Algiers and other places in Algeria are actually happy.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's something different. I mean, we've been to the World Cup now after a long layoff.
Yeah, true.
The African Cup of Nations, I think we had a 6-year, 8-year drought, and now it's time for the Olympics. So we're excited, and I'm really looking forward to the format of it, the under 23, because it helps us test a lot of local players out too.
Yeah, so basically, Nigeria, Algeria in the final. Last time we met in the major final was in 1990 in Algiers.
Yeah,
You guys had
we won
Rabah
that one.
Maja, you had Rabah Maja and a whole lot of guys
Yeah.
there. I think Sheriff Ojani played in the game, I suppose.
Yeah, he scored the game-winning goal. That was 1-0, right?
Yeah,
In the final.
exactly. So that means my memory is too good.
Right.
Second time out, major final. What do you expect?
I'm expecting a tight game, simply because I saw that when we played in the group stage, it was 0-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fairly even contest. The group stage, I mean, both of us, I think we were playing a little bit conservatively because neither of us could afford to lose with Egypt on our heels.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting something similar. I don't think either team is going to want to lose the final. I think we're both going to play a little bit cautious. So I'm expecting a very tight game, and if there's going to be a winner in 90 minutes or extra time, it'll be by 1 goal. You? What do you expect?
Really, I think it's going to be an open game. Like, I mean, CRC has always said, going to Dakar basically was just to pick the ticket, and he's
Right.
done that. So I'm not really sure his thoughts as regards being the champions of Africa at under 23 level. But I think it's going to be an exciting game. Maybe we might see it being a bit cagey in the first 10-15 minutes, but after that, I think it's going to be a bit open. I mean, there's nothing to lose per se from my own side
Right.
because the ticket is most important. So, it's a catch-22 situation, but I expect it to be quite entertaining. I'm actually looking forward to an entertaining final.
Same here, and like you said, I mean, I don't think there's that much pressure on the players, right? I mean, they've already accomplished what they've set out to do, and now it's just everything. I've even heard the players say that from now on, everything is just a cherry on top of the cake. So
Yeah, absolutely. So what do
hopefully
you
that'll
think
fill them
about
up.
what do you think about Algeria coming through the group stages and your semi-final against South Africa?
It was a little bit unexpected for me because I, like other journalists, were a little bit skeptical coming into Senegal.
Yeah.
For a few reasons. Number one, we're missing, I think, 4 or 5 key players. Some of them because the European clubs didn't let them go, and some of them because of injury, including captain Mohamed bin Kabliya. So
Yeah.
we were a little bit skeptical coming in, and the second reason was that the preparation wasn't great. For example, I think the Algerian Federation missed the deadline to apply to go to play in the 2015 All Africa Games,
Yeah,
which could have been a very good test for this under 23 side.
Yeah.
And so we weren't expecting the greatest results. On an individual level, I don't think this team is as talented as the team that played in 2011. But that said, I've been very, very, very pleasantly surprised with how the coach has organized this team. They're very compact, they're very organized defensively, and they've been hitting teams on the counterattack very effectively. So I've been very pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting them to get this far, but now that they are this far, and I've seen how they played against Nigeria, I think they have a good chance of winning. And what about you? How's Nigeria been compared to your expectations?
I actually expected Nigeria to pick the ticket, but I wouldn't say the play has been good so far. But again, the end justifies the means. We've gotten the ticket, but I mean, our first 2 games were just. I've never seen a Nigerian team play so good and so bad at the same time. The first 45 minutes against. Yeah, really, man. The first 45 minutes against Mali was awesome. Like, we got 3 goals in the first half. I can't remember like another time a Nigerian side, a full Nigerian national team side, scored 3 goals in one half. But I mean, they did it, and then the second half just went north. I just couldn't believe what was happening. That was against Mali.
Right.
Against
Egypt, same thing almost, right?
2 goals up at halftime. We were extremely lucky to get a point out of that game, I tell you. It was absolutely. I just sat down. The 45 minutes were torture for me, more or less. CSR, I'm a huge CSR fan back from his playing days. I'm also like someone that's really worked with him from time to time,
Okay.
as
Yeah.
part of the squad. So, but I was really happy against Algeria, even though the game was a bit tentative because both sides were trying to be cautious and all that. I saw a lot of improvements against Senegal too. Yeah, our goalkeeper Emmanuel Downer came up big on a lot of occasions, but
Yeah. I saw
you could
that.
just see a bit of improvements like game by game, and I'm hoping that going to the final we'll be able to get our acts together again. This team has been depleted. Preparations too weren't too good. We're supposed to go to Morocco for some camping.
Right.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen, so we went to Gambia for a couple of days, maybe 10, 11 days or thereabout. And a lot of players like Moses Simon from Gent, Ndidi Wilfred from Ghent,
Right.
Success Isaac. In fact, Victor Osimhen, who was the top scorer on the 17s,
Right,
drafted
right.
in because he was a late replacement for Success Isaac at Granada.
Granada,
Then
yeah.
there was where Eloy Epolo had passport issues, and so if you look at our defense, it was kind of makeshift, but I think they're coming good, and I'm hoping in the final against Algeria they'll be more compact than they were in previous games.
And what is Simpson's CSCS style? I mean, was it fair to say it's more of an offensive style, kind of maybe not as solid defensively?
He's always been like that. I think the only game we were a bit defensive was against was in the semi-final when we lost our skipper Azubike Okechukwu. That guy, I'm telling you, he's the live wire. He's the main man. He's the conductor of the orchestra in the team. He's got a couple of assists. I mean, he did something that he's just somebody like JJ Okocha, but not as talented. But you can see same build, same mold. You can see a bit of JJ in him. He's like the main man in the middle, and he's going to come back for the game against Algeria. So I'm a bit confident. It's going to be offensive, definitely. CSL likes to line up a 4-3-3 formation. I think he'll still go in with the same thing. Taiwo Awoni missed the last game, but usually he goes with Taiwo Awoni from the right. Junior Ajayi from the left more or less, and coming into the middle. Ogenekaro Etebo, who is the top goal scorer in the tournament so far.
Okay.
Leading on the front line. Fantastic set piece specialist in the squad. He takes all the penalty kicks, most of the corner kicks, the free kicks, and all that. So I'm looking at Etebo, Amajayi too coming into the game, and Okechukwu, Azubike coming back for the final. It will just make Nigeria a much more balanced team.
Yep. In Algeria, I think main players would be Zinedine Farhat, who for me has been one of the players of the tournament.
Absolutely.
He usually lines up.
I love him.
Yeah. And I've been following him since 2013, since he broke into his club at USM of Algiers. But even I've been pleasantly surprised by how well he's played in this tournament and in the 2013 under 20 tournament. I just think he's carried the team on his back in attack. I think he's been very, very good. But especially in transitional play, when the team breaks from a defensive, compact sort of situation to attacking counterattacks. I'm sorry. And on the other side, you have Abdelrahman Miziane, who also plays for USM of Algiers, though he's on loan right now. And for me, he's maybe just as quick as Farhat, maybe even a little bit better of a dribbler, but he often struggles with his decision making. But with those two players on the wing, Algeria can be very dangerous counter-attacking wise. And maybe the most accomplished player on this team is maybe Osama Darfelo, who scored the last game as a striker. The problem with him this tournament is that he's been carrying an injury. I think it's a hamstring injury. The whole time he's been having to face late fitness tests after late fitness tests after late fitness tests.
For every game,
Right, but I think if he can get going, he's going to be a real danger to this Nigerian side, because he reminds me of a little bit of Islam Slimani, who plays for the senior side, in that he's always harrying defenders, always putting them under pressure, and he's very opportunistic in front of goal. So I like Algeria's front three as well, though they might have a different style to Nigeria's.
What about your defense? I mean, they've got the best record in the tournament so far. They've been very compact. Your two centre backs look like they've been playing for years. Like, what's the secret behind it?
No, I think that's a very astute observation, and I think the secret actually has been that they've been defending as a team. I mean, everybody's right to highlight those two, Riyad Kanish and Ayub Abdullahi, because they've been very solid. But I've been more impressed with how Algeria's defended as a team, cutting off passing lanes, playing very compact in a low block. And I think that's actually been the secret to the success, because the two center halves in and of themselves are good players, but they're not spectacular.
Oh, okay. Nigeria too has had some problems, especially the fullbacks. Both of them are just there to fill in the gap. But I must say they've really done well. Ndifrike, F. Young, and Sincere Set, both of them. Ndifrike basically is a defensive midfielder from what I've seen of him in the past year or so. And Sincere Set, yes, he does play at right back, but he's primarily a centre back. But I must say he's done really well. But I think that moving forward, CSM may probably tweak with the defensive lineup. I expect it to be a very, very entertaining game. I think I think somebody that we've not really talked about might just be the game winner. I don't know who it's going to be, but that's from the Nigerian side. I think somebody like Tombara Chongoli might come up good if he plays. But I know a lot of Nigerians will be looking at Juno Ajayi and maybe Ogenekaro Table, but I think a dark horse will be the main man. I think Nigeria will win in regulation time. By the odd goal. Might be 2-1, 1-0. As you can see, I've got my Nigerian jersey on. And,
I see it. It's beautiful.
I'm just hoping, tomorrow will be a fantastic game.
Yeah, likewise, I'm going to pick Algeria, but the same thing. I think it's going to be very tight. I think maybe 1-0 or 2-1, and I say after extra time, after 90 minutes, or maybe even penalties. I think it's going to be very tight, and I think whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is probably going to go home triumphant. But I mean, in all honesty, like we've already said, both of these sides are already winners, as they've already set out they've already done what they set out to do, which was to qualify for the Olympics.
All right, man, it's nice talking to you, and I hope we'll have some time to do this again after the final game. Probably, I might give you a present, like hopefully if Nigeria wins. Hey, back to you, man.
All right, Andrew. Thanks for having me on.
All right, cheers, man.
All right, take care.